Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. There is a version of you right now that is holding you back. That version is full of fear, doubt, procrastination, and excuses. That version makes promises but never keeps them. That version wakes up every morning knowing what needs to be done but finds a reason not to do it. And let me be real with you. Until you kill that weak version of yourself, you will never get to the life you were meant to live. See, the problem is not the world, it's not the economy, it's not your boss, it's not your upbringing. The problem is you. It's the version of you that keeps accepting less, that keeps settling, that keeps saying maybe tomorrow when it should be saying right now. It's time to take responsibility. You've got to stop playing the blame game. Life is not going to hand you anything on a silver platter. Success don't come to people who wait for it. It comes to those who chase after it like their life depends on it. If you're tired of being broke, tired of feeling stuck, tired of watching everybody else win while you sit on the sidelines, then make a decision today. A decision that the weak, lazy, fearful version of you, it dies today. Pain is temporary, regret lasts forever. Let me tell you something about growth. It ain't comfortable. You want to change? Then you've got to step into discomfort. You've got to push through the days when you don't feel like it. You've got to show up when nobody is watching. The weak version of you wants to take the easy route. It wants to quit when things get tough. But let me ask you, what happens if you quit? Where will you be in 5 years if you keep making excuses? Because let me tell you, regret is heavier than any pain you will ever feel trying to make it. Discipline is your superpower. You don't need to be the smartest. You don't need to be the most talented. You just need discipline. Discipline is waking up when your alarm goes off instead of hitting snooze. Discipline is putting in the work even when you don't see results right away. Discipline is choosing faith over fear every single day. You want to kill the weak version of you? Start by doing the things that version of you refuses to do. Wake up earlier, work harder, believe bigger, move in faith, not fear. Your future is waiting, but it won't wait forever. Let me tell you something. Your future self is watching you. The successful, powerful, unstoppable version of you is waiting for you to step up. But if you keep living as the weak version, you will never meet the person you were destined to be. So today, make a decision. Make it right now. That weak version of you, the one full of doubt, excuses, and fear, that version dies today. Because your future is too big. Your dreams are too important. Your potential is too great. Now go out there and become the person you were born to be. Kill the weak version of yourself and never look back. The weak version of you is the one that always finds an excuse. It's the voice in your head that tells you you're not good enough, you're not ready, or maybe next time. It's the version of you that procrastinates, that chooses comfort over growth, that settles for less than what you truly deserve. And as long as you let that version of you stay in control, you will never reach your full potential. That weak version of you is afraid of failure. It doesn't want to take risks. It would rather stay in the same place, doing the same things, even if it means living a life that feels empty and unfulfilled. It tells you that stepping out of your comfort zone is dangerous, that trying something new is too risky. So you stay stuck. You keep telling yourself, one day I'll start. But that day never comes because the weak version of you always has another excuse. It thrives on fear. Fear of judgment, fear of rejection, fear of change. That fear is what stops you from applying for that job, from starting that business, from chasing that dream. It keeps you second-guessing yourself, doubting your abilities, questioning if you even deserve success. But the truth is you do. The only thing standing between you and the life you want is that weaker version of you that refuses to let go of fear. The weak version of you loves comfort. It loves instant gratification. It would rather scroll on social media than work on self-improvement. It would rather binge watch TV than put in the work to build a future. It chooses short-term pleasure over long-term success. It convinces you that rest is more important than effort, that tomorrow is a better time to start, that hard work can wait. But that's a lie. Every single day you allow that version of you to win, you push your dreams further away. It also avoids responsibility. It blames others for its failures. It blames the past, the circumstances, the people around it. It says, I can't succeed because I wasn't given the right opportunities or I don't have the resources. But the truth is, plenty of people have started with nothing and made something of themselves. The difference is, they didn't let the weak version of themselves take control. They didn't let their excuses define their future. That version of you has to go. It has to be destroyed. Because if you let it live, it will control you. It will keep you in the same cycle, repeating the same mistakes, never progressing. The weak version of you is not your friend. It's not looking out for you. It's your enemy. It is the reason you are not where you want to be. The only way forward is to fight against it every single day. You have to recognize it, call it out, and refuse to let it win. Taking full responsibility for your life means recognizing that every decision you make, every action you take, and every habit you maintain directly shapes your future. It means understanding that while external factors can influence your path, they do not determine your ultimate destination. You do. The moment you stop blaming circumstances, people, or the past for where you are in life, you regain control. You step out of the mindset of a victim and step into the mindset of a creator. Blaming others is easy, it's comfortable. It allows you to justify why things haven't worked out the way you wanted them to. Maybe you grew up in a tough environment. Maybe people doubted you, betrayed you, or let you down. Maybe you didn't have the financial resources, the connections, or the support system others had. But here's the truth. None of that changes the fact that your future is still in your hands. People who refuse to take responsibility get stuck in a cycle of excuses. They say, I didn't get the right opportunities, or my parents didn't teach me the right things, or society is against me. And while those struggles may be real, dwelling on them does nothing to change your reality. The world doesn't stop moving because you had a difficult past. The only way forward is to stop looking for someone or something to blame and start focusing on what you can do to improve your situation. Taking responsibility means owning your actions, both the good and the bad. It means acknowledging your mistakes, not making excuses for them. If you're not where you want to be in life, ask yourself, what choices did I make that led me here? What habits have I held on to that have kept me stuck? What have I avoided doing out of fear, laziness, or doubt? Facing these questions is uncomfortable, but it's necessary. Growth begins the moment you stop lying to yourself. This applies to every area of life. Your career, your relationships, your health, your finances. If you're unhappy with your job, you can blame your boss, the economy, or bad luck. Or you can take responsibility and start working on a way to improve your skills, build new connections, or create your own opportunities. If your relationships are toxic or unfulfilling, you can blame others for how they treat you, or you can take responsibility for the kind of people you allow in your life and the standards you set for yourself. If your health is suffering, you can blame genetics or stress, or you can take control of your diet, exercise, and daily habits. Taking full responsibility is not about feeling guilty or beating yourself up. It's about empowering yourself. It's about recognizing that every single day you have the ability to make choices that will bring you closer to the life you want. The moment you truly embrace this mindset, you stop feeling helpless. You stop waiting for life to change and start making the changes yourself. That is the true power of owning your life. Discomfort is the price of growth. It is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. The truth is, real change, deep, meaningful transformation, only happens when you are willing to endure discomfort, when you push through challenges instead of avoiding them. Staying in your comfort zone might feel safe, but it will never lead you to greatness. Comfort breeds stagnation. Discomfort forces evolution. Most people spend their entire lives avoiding discomfort. They stay in jobs they hate because the idea of learning a new skill or stepping into the unknown scares them. They remain in toxic relationships because it's easier than facing loneliness or rebuilding their self-worth. They put off chasing their dreams because success requires effort, discipline, and sacrifice. Things that feel uncomfortable in the moment. But what they don't realize is that avoiding discomfort doesn't protect them. It traps them. It keeps them stuck in a cycle of mediocrity, watching others rise while they remain in the same place. year. Discomfort is not the enemy, it is the greatest teacher. Every challenge, every struggle, every difficult moment is an opportunity to grow stronger, wiser, and more resilient. Think about the strongest people you know, whether in business, fitness, relationships, or life in general. They didn't get there by avoiding hardship. They got there because they faced discomfort head on. They embraced the struggle, knowing it was shaping them into something greater. Consider physical fitness. If you want to build muscle, you have to lift weights that challenge you. If the workout feels too easy, your body isn't growing. The process of breaking down muscle fibers and rebuilding them is painful, but it is necessary. The same principle applies to life. The discomfort of pushing yourself beyond your current limits, whether in business, relationships, or personal development, is what leads to transformation. Mental and emotional discomfort works the same way. Learning a new skill is frustrating at first. It's uncomfortable to struggle with something unfamiliar. But if you push through that discomfort, you eventually master it. Having difficult conversations, setting boundaries, or stepping away from negative influences is uncomfortable, but it's necessary for building self-respect and strong relationships. Facing failure is painful, but failure teaches lessons that success never could. Growth happens when you choose discomfort over ease, when you face fear instead of running from it. Every time you push through the pain of discipline, the struggle of learning, or the fear of failure, you become stronger. And here's the most important part. The more you embrace discomfort, the more comfortable you become with it. What once felt impossible starts to feel normal. Challenges that used to intimidate you become stepping stones. You begin to welcome struggle because you understand that every moment of discomfort is shaping you into the person you are meant to be. Discomfort is not a punishment. It is an invitation to level up. It is the path to success, to confidence, to fulfillment. The question is, are you willing to walk that path? Discipline and faith will transform you. Success is not built over. It does not happen because of luck, talent, or perfect timing. It happens through discipline. The ability to show up every single day, regardless of how you feel, and faith, the belief that your hard work will pay off even when you don't see results immediately. These two qualities, discipline and faith, are what separate those who succeed from those who quit too soon. Most people start with excitement. They begin a new goal, a new habit, or a new dream, full of energy and motivation. But when the results don't come quickly, they start to doubt themselves. They get discouraged. They slow down. Eventually, they stop altogether. That's because they relied on motivation, an emotion that fades, rather than discipline, which is the ability to keep going no matter what. Discipline means waking up early when you'd rather sleep in. It means putting in the work when no one is watching. It means doing the right thing even when it's hard. It means staying consistent, especially on the days when you feel like giving up. Most people don't fail because they're incapable. They fail because they lack the discipline to push through when things get tough. Think about the most successful people in the world, whether in business, sports, or personal development. They didn't get to where they are by working only when they felt inspired. They got there because they were relentless. They trained when they were tired. They practiced when nobody believed in them. They failed, got back up, and kept going. They understood that discipline is the foundation of greatness. But discipline alone is not enough. You also need faith. Faith is what keeps you moving when there's no proof that success is coming. Faith is waking up every day and putting in the work, even when the results are invisible. It's believing in yourself when no one else does. Most people quit too soon because they lose faith. They work hard for a while, and when they don't see progress, they start doubting. They think, maybe this isn't for me, or maybe I'm not good enough. But real success requires delayed gratification. You might not see progress in the first week, the first month, or even the first year. But that doesn't mean progress isn't happening. Every effort you make is stacking up, building momentum, preparing you for your breakthrough. Faith is what allows you to keep going in the dark, trusting that the light will come. It's what gives you the courage to step outside your comfort zone, to take risks, to push past fear. Without faith, discipline becomes a burden. Without discipline, faith becomes an empty hope. but together, they are unstoppable. When you combine discipline with faith, you become a force to be reckoned with. You stop waiting for the perfect moment and start creating your own opportunities. You stop doubting yourself and start acting like the person you were meant to be. Success isn't about luck. It's not about waiting for the right time. It's about showing up every single day with unwavering faith that your hard work will pay off, because it will. Your future self is waiting on you every single day. You are making decisions that shape your future. The habits you build, the choices you make, the way you spend your time, all of it is creating the person you will become. The question is, are you making choices that lead you toward the life you want, or are you making choices that keep you stuck? Your future self, the strongest, most successful, most fulfilled version of you, is watching. It is waiting for you to step up. It is waiting for you to stop making excuses, stop procrastinating, stop settling for less than you deserve. But that version of you will never exist if you continue making the same weak choices, holding on to the same bad habits, and staying in the same comfort zone. Every decision matters. People underestimate the power of daily decisions. They think transformation happens all at once, in some big dramatic moment. But real change happens in the smallest choices you make every single day. Do you hit snooze, or do you get up and start your day with purpose? Do you spend hours scrolling on social media, or do you use that time to build your skills and improve yourself? Do you take responsibility for your life, or do you keep blaming circumstances and other people? Do you choose discipline, or do you choose excuses? These little choices add up. They either move you forward or hold you back. They either bring you closer to your best self or strengthen the weak version of you. No, you don't just wake up successful. You build success through thousands of intentional choices. The pain of regret is worse than the pain of discipline. Right now, you might think it's easier to take shortcuts, to avoid the hard work, to stay comfortable. But what happens when 5 years pass and you're in the exact same place you are today? What happens when you look back and realize you wasted time, that you could have been further, stronger, better, but you let the weak version of you win? That regret is far heavier than any discomfort you'll feel by taking action today. Think about your future self 5 years from now, 10 years from now. Will they be grateful for the choices you made today? Or will they be disappointed that you let fear, laziness, and doubt control you? Every moment you hesitate, every excuse you make, you are letting that weak version of you win. The version of you that's full of fear, doubt, and procrastination, that version needs to die. Because the stronger, bolder, more successful version of you is waiting on the other side of your decisions. Your future is your responsibility. No one is going to build your future for you. No one is coming to rescue you. It is your job to become the person you were meant to be. That future version of you, the one who is strong, confident, successful, is counting on you to show up today to make better choices, to put in the work. They can't exist if you don't start. So what are you going to do today to make your future self proud?